Good morning. Feels like every day I'm making another frigging video now, but yeah, I just want to talk about these trades. I haven't took these today, but they've been hypothetical trades, and um, yeah, just want to go through them. So here, London swept Asia, pushed up. I saw GU and EU do exactly the same thing. So I saw AU do it, made this nice push. Now I'm just waiting for it to come back, but it's been just consolidating for ages now. It's been consolidating for ages. Yeah. Then we got GU. I would have took a loss on that. These were two hypothetical entries. I'll show you what I saw was this push up, and then I saw this retracement here, thinking that is going to be the thing that leads into this fair value gap. But this is what I mean. I haven't said what I'm on about. This is what I mean. But basically, I shouldn't have took this because this is just counter trend with nothing else. Like, it's counter trend. I don't know. Like, let me just move these out of the way a sec. Because the thing about waiting for 1 minute confirmation is that realistically you want to see a higher time frame reaction first. So like, even if this was the zone, like, I shouldn't be entering as soon as this comes back to there, because then I'm essentially just market executing on the 5 minute, but I'm looking on the 1 minute. Like, I think what I should be doing is waiting for reactions on the time frame that I'm looking at off from the zone. For example, here, look, we've had this push out, we've come back, now we've had this reaction from the zone. So if this can hold, then this now makes sense to go long from here, because we've had a valid reaction. Like, we could go 1.5 just to be safe there. Go lovely and hard. That's a 4-1 if we come there. Yeah, I think this is what I need to be doing, because realistically, I'm just like, with this, I'm just market executing on the 1 minute, and it's basically just, I might as well be market executing on the 5 minute, and I would not market execute from here. This is just a mess. So also, it's super counter trend. I would potentially go in now because it's swept. Look, it's even swept this high here, so that is just destined to fall now. So realistically now, this breaks all these. We're making new lows, new highs. All of this stuff's being respected. If this breaks, then I would take a short position from here. Honestly, maybe 1.5 again, but I want to see this break first. I'm not going to take this coming back up into this. I want to see that break and then come back. Now it's the same with AU. Like, I've been waiting realistically for that to come back, but this is just part of the 5 minute structure now. So if I executed from there, I'm just executing on the 5 minute essentially. I'm not waiting for any confirmations, any reaction, anything like that. So yeah, I'm still figuring this out as well. I want to figure out like how much of a reaction I want to wait for, because honestly, this is a reaction, but it's not like a confident reaction. Like, I've seen things reverse from here and just fake people out, but to be honest, that yeah, maybe this isn't the strong enough reaction that I'm looking for, because this is just equal highs. This hasn't created a new high. So we're waiting for that. Really, we're waiting for that 1 minute market structure shift. I am going to leave that there. I'm going to put don't buy from here. Okay. This is what I want to see now here. This makes sense now. So we've decided we're changing structure. Then it's come back, swept this high, swept where was it? These highs, swept all these highs, and now it makes sense to market execute on the 1 minute from here, or even from there, because of this breaker block. The only problem is executing from there is just gonna give me real shit risk to reward. So I wanna try and execute there if possible. But yeah, I'm gonna. That's the next trade. Okay, here, this was exactly where my 1 minute. This is where I just had an entry here. I think my stop was there, was it? And I was going there. Now looking at this, this just doesn't make sense. Like, it just really doesn't. We're coming into the zone. I would not buy from there. The stop loss there makes no sense. Like, and really, it might turn around. It might respect this order block, but this is not what we're doing. We're not market executing from positions. Like, we're waiting for reactions from the positions before we market execute. So here, I'd be. It's a tough one, really. It is a tough one. I'd be in the trade now, but whether this is a valid entry, I don't know. Don't know, man. So I guess this is a bit more of the back testing that needs to be done, but this kind of says to me that I'm faking you out, because it's made nothing new. The only thing that says that it might be the zone is that this pullback here essentially created a lower high, and then we created a lower low. So technically this did break structure, but I don't know. I don't trust it. Is what I'm saying. I don't trust it as market structure. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this as well, because even if this goes, it's not part of the plan. So it just needs to not be there. What we are waiting for is a reaction from here. A nice reaction, and then we can continue the trade from the reaction. So let me put that back there. Still got this waiting. I'm gonna put that as the order block there. Just waiting for a pullback on that. And then the EU. It's a tough one. Still a tough one. I don't know. It's a sniper entry if this is the right if this is the right zone, but yeah, there's arguments for and against, really. There really is. It's looking like the arguments for are making the most sense right now. But again, this is what we are essentially waiting for, though. Like, we're waiting for price to come into the higher time frame zones, then show us a point. Okay, I'm shifting on the 1 minute. This is what I mean. I need to keep learning this 1 minute market structure, because I think that's going to be the key. Again, these are tough because breaker blocks. Like, I see price respect like these breaker blocks all the time, especially on the 1 minute. Well, this is the kind of reaction we want. That was where I was buying from, but we're doing safer reactions now. So now, as long as this breaks are high, as long as this breaks something here, I'm gonna buy from there. Let's just see. Nothing here. Gotta stay patient though. Taking good steps only. This has made a slightly higher high. So if that wasn't my entry, where would my hypothetical entry be then? 39. Okay, so we're about to end this 5-minute candle. So I guess if I didn't enter there, I'd probably try and take an entry here. 5 to 1. Little 1.5 stop loss. Try that. I feel like that makes sense now. Seeing that 5-minute, I've just closed it, so that's a nice reaction to be had, really. Just wait now and see. Are we gonna tap into this? Go on, push a little bit further. I feel like it's gonna react off here now. Although the breaker box so close that I was just gonna say the breaker box so close that it makes sense. It's gonna come to the order block as well. Okay, so I feel like this here is actually something that I feel like I would take now. Considering we've had this sweep, then we had a push out, now we've had a retracement. This makes sense to me. So let's just hope that it plays out. I don't know whether to have a 2 or 1.5. Let's go 1.5 just to see if we can pull it in. Or should we go 2? Maybe we should go 2. There's no real reason that it should go higher though. Honestly, if realistically if it goes higher, then it's a little bit invalid. Like, we shouldn't break above this high. I don't even want to see wicks above this high. I just want to see this be respected. So let's just wait and see on that. EU, I guess this was the entry for EU, because this don't look like it wants to reverse. See, I want to see a nice push out of this GU zone. Bruh, I was waiting all that time for that, and I would have got 3 to 1 in 5 minutes. But like I said, we're not waiting for these. We're not waiting for these 5-minute friggin', 5-minute market execution entries. We're waiting for reactions and stuff like that. Honestly, I really want to see this one come in. This one I'm not too bothered about because, like I said, I was a bit iffy about it. But this kind of area, I'm actually quite confident in this. Like, I feel like this, in my head, makes a lot of sense. But again, it's random. It's random distribution. Like, realistically, this makes sense. But like, how can you ever know? That reaction is very nice though. Do you know what? That gives me enough. Just seeing that gives me enough to be like, okay, yeah. Do you know what? I think we're right. Yeah. I think this is a spot on trade. We could target 3. We could go 5-1. Come into that fair value gap. Am I getting ahead of myself? We're not even pushed out properly yet. The thing that I'm worried about with this is my tight stop loss, but like I was saying, realistically, I just don't see why we should come past this order block here. I just don't. I think AU we might have missed the train. And then EU. Don't know, you know. That might have been it because of this little swing here. These were 2 confident candles as well. It was a nice push out, even though it didn't close nice. It was nice. Come on, GU, push out for me. I guess the other thing about this zone is that it is counter trend. Like realistically, we're buying at the very high. We're not buying at the very high, but we're buying at the height of something. Oh, I don't know, man. I'm just making excuses really now as to why if this doesn't come in, just to save myself the pain of being wrong. Don't know, man. This should come in. Honestly, this should come in. That's a sign I like to see. That's not a sign I like to see. I want to see big volume coming out and closing. GU. See if we've got any opposing zones. Yeah, we do a little bit. So I don't think we're going to come back to that. If we do, it'd be great. To be honest, I don't think we will, because we've even got a lot of resistance there. Can we don't buy from here, you know? I really should have bought from there because it was a free. What are we up? 4-1 now. 4.2-1. It's wait. This is gonna be the key, really. Oh shit! Damn, son. That just said fuck you. Alright, well that loss would have made up for this as a win, but I wouldn't have took it because it said don't buy from here. Oh boy. 4.8-1. That's a real shame, that. It is a real shame. But I guess I don't know, I guess you can't. I don't know. Maybe that just wasn't a strong enough zone. Yeah. That's all I can really put it down to. It just obviously wasn't a strong enough. Or it wasn't a zone. I don't know. Bruh. Catching 7-1 is crazy. Not unrealistic though, to be honest. It's not. It's just a swing high. I guess yeah. That's the other thing. We're looking at counter moves. This, yeah, like it's just respecting this breaker block. It's counter. I've got AU and EU both in buys, and I'm trying to sell GU just down to this so I can buy it again. I guess that can be the only redemption really from not taking that position. That's a real shame. That's a fucking real shame as well. I'll be up 5-1 on that as well. Okay, it's just it's alright. We're back to the drawing board. We are, this is all learning. There's a reason I'm not taking these trades right now. It's because I'm not fully confident in the things that I'm doing, and it's clear, like I see them, but it's just like knowing which ones, knowing when to be aggressive, knowing when to wait for more confirmation. That's going to be the key, really. That's a crazy amount of buying. Like, where is that coming from? Okay. Also, I know that AU is very respectful of zones. Like, it really is. AU is a like the continuations of AU, the way it moves, like it just bounces beautifully off zones. It really does. As long as you get it in the right direction. Like all the way down here as well, just bounce beautifully off there. Okay, here it's scooped a bit above, but we've got that as a zone. But yeah. So the two trades that I hesitated on have lost, have won, and the one that I was super confident in was a massive loss. But yeah, it's I'm getting much happier with this stuff though, and the thing is, by knowing these, also like I'm saying, by knowing these 1 minute zones, like learning what I'm looking for with these 1 minute zones. This is a 5-1 in the smallest little move. Like, because I know that inside of these 5 minute zones, there's 1 minute zones, and I know that if you select the right zone, the like price is so respectful to it. So I guess that's it. It's just selecting the right zone. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna call that the end, and yeah.